It's a really exciting night. We're finally going on sale. Kickstarter launch. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. So first off, we want to thank some of our sponsors for sponsoring this event tonight, providing us with the delicious wine, the food, and some of the prizes, which we'll be handing out here a little bit later. So thank you to all these people. Individuals, there are too many to name. So many people have come out and shown their support and helped us out here tonight. Thank you all. You all know who you are. I can't name you all by name, but thank you so much. We couldn't have done it without you. So thank you. So I'm Ryan Ahern. I'm the president and founder of JikoPower, and this is Maureen Wiley, vice president of JikoPower, and this is the JikoPower team. From left to right, we have Aaron Owen, who's an engineer and founder. Tessa Gomes, engineer. Behind her, or to the right of her, is Dan Parrish, another founder and engineer. Maureen Wiley again. There's this guy back there, he's not really important. Kate Gard, she is our logistics and international sales guru. We've got Paul Denisenko, who's actually in India right now doing field work with the JikoPower Spark. Emily Thielen is our budding business prodigy. I don't know where she is, but she's awesome. So this is JikoPower. So what is JikoPower? Well, JikoPower has been around for a little over a year, but we have started looking at the problem. So what JikoPower does is brings electricity to people throughout the world, specifically people in developing countries and off-grid individuals. But while we've been around for a little over a year, this problem is not new, and my knowledge of it is not new either. So my mom, who's here tonight somewhere, so she's a doctor, and she was in Haiti after the earthquake in 2010. And she was there giving aid to the people affected. And when she returned, she told me all about the situation there and the problems that they were facing, the poverty, the devastation. But the story that she told me, what impacted me the most and what stuck with me, was how, despite living in abject poverty, everybody had a cell phone. And that really seemed odd to me. And she told me, everybody just about had a cell phone. Access was not the problem, power was the problem. And she told me that while they were trying to get aid for a young man who'd been injured by debris, they were trying to call to a nearby clinic using a phone where they could get aid for him. But while everybody had a phone, their phones were all dead, and so they weren't able to make the phone call. And that boy died as a result. And that seems very senseless to me. Why, in this day and age, when everyone had a phone and there was a clinic right there, why? It was senseless to me. So I started looking into this, and this is what I found. So what my mom saw was not unique. Throughout the world, even in the most remote regions, everyone has a cell phone. In fact, more people today have cell phones than have toilets. And right now, to keep them charged, the people who have cell phones but don't have electricity have to travel into town where they pay to charge their phone. As much as 1/8 of their income goes to charging their phone. Now at the same time, hundreds of millions of people, and this picture is very accurate because you can hardly see anything. Hundreds of millions of people every day burn poisonous kerosene for light. And indoor air pollution, as a result of kerosene and other pollutants, is the #1 killer in the world, more than AIDS and malaria combined. And moreover, people spend as much as 1/4 of their income on kerosene, which is poisonous, as I said. So I started looking into this more. I started looking into ways to charge cell phones off-grid. And so we got to work. And we started building different prototypes and iterations, and some of the other people on the team joined, and together we were able to come up with this. And this is the JikoPower Spark. Now this shows a little of the progression of the Spark over the past 1.5 years. And on the far right, that is the product that's going on sale tonight. Now the JikoPower Spark is a 1.5 pound thermoelectric generator that converts heat into a charged cell phone. All you need is heat and water and you can generate electricity. Now, we entered this into a number of different competitions over the past year and a half, put on by the University of Washington and the Social Venture Partners here in Seattle. And over the past year, I am really, really proud to say that we've won nearly $90,000 in competition. So thank you so much to the Earth Center, to the Social Venture Partners, to everybody who's coming out today. And so what did we do? Well, with that, we manufactured 110 prototypes, which we took with us to Africa. So this summer, we had the pleasure of going to Kenya and Uganda and traveled to all these different locations. We flew into Nairobi and we traveled all the way over to Kampala, doing demos along the way. We did nearly a dozen demos in 6 different places and donated 60 generators to people there. And the reception was phenomenal. Everybody loved what we were doing, and they wanted one. And they needed one. The coolest story was our visit to the Maasai. So we traveled out to this area that was in the middle of nowhere, the Maasai, near the Maasai Mara down near Tanzania. We traveled for 3 hours along gorgeous but eroded dirt roads, saw all sorts of animals. Here's some giraffe hanging out with some zebras. We traveled for so long that our guide and friend, Jonas, fell asleep on our friend Paul here. We finally made it, and it was incredible. The whole village came out to meet us, and just before this picture was taken, the men, we did the Maasai warrior dance, and actually you can check out our Facebook page and see that. Unforgettable. And then we went inside, and all the women had lined up, and we all sang songs together. One of the best days of my life. Then they took us around their village. So we're about 50 miles from electricity. They're living in houses which they'd made out of mud and sticks. They made fire by rubbing sticks together. But every single one of them in this village had a cell phone. You can see Jonas has an iPhone. And this gentleman here, who is the chief of the village, had this smartphone here. So we went into their home and we did a demo. So this woman, her name was Nana Kunkira. She didn't speak any English. She didn't have any formal education. She was a widow. She had a cell phone, just like everybody there. They used their phones for commerce, for banking. They can make purchases on their cell phones. Their cell phones are a lifeline to the outside world. So we went into her home. Nana Kunkira was cooking over a 3-stone fire, which is literally 3 stones with fire in between. And we gave her a demonstration. And she loved it. And then we left her with this prototype. And since then, we've been hearing back periodically from her how much it's improved her life, how she doesn't have to travel into town anymore to charge her phone. It's really changed her life. She was so happy that when we came out, they all gave us gifts. It was really phenomenal. It was unforgettable. But while we developed this for people in third world or developing countries, every single day just about, people ask us, how can I get one? I would love one to go camping or for emergencies. Y'all may have heard there was this storm recently that was supposed to take us all out. Well, it could have been bad, and it could have shut out power. That was what I kept hearing, that we were all going to lose power. And I have a lot of family in eastern Florida that did lose power. And so when you lose power, one of the things that you notice most is that you don't have a phone anymore, and you can't communicate. But with the JikoPower Spark, that isn't a problem. You can use a sterno lamp or any other heat source to charge your phone, day or night, rain or shine. And right now, power outages are increasing. They're doubling every 5 years, in fact. So this is something which can really complement your emergency preparedness kit. Furthermore, if you want to go camping, you can take all your devices with you. You can take pictures, you can listen to music, all that stuff. You don't have to do without. You can charge it with the JikoPower Spark. So tonight is your night to join us and be part of this journey. For the past year and a half, we've come as far as we have with our friends and family and with all of your support. Now is your chance with Kickstarter to be part of this. So Maureen's going to tell you a little bit about our Kickstarter campaign. Here she is.
A question I get pretty frequently is, what is Kickstarter? And Kickstarter is essentially an online platform where people can financially back different projects and help them reach the market. And in exchange for your financial backing or your pledge, you get rewards. And in some cases, it's easily explained as pre-orders. And so tonight, we're gonna walk through that. The other thing about it is that it's all or nothing, and it's this finite time. So most Kickstarters have between 30 and 60 days. We have right around 43, I think, because we're ending on November 30th. And so it's this mad dash of everyone and the mad dash of the team, getting everyone that would be interested to fund and get to our 50K goal, which I'll walk you through in a second. Can you click on the link? Awesome. The other thing is that if we don't reach our goal, then no one's credit cards get charged. None of the money goes to the creators, which is what we're called. And you are all the potential backers. So without further ado, as soon as Ryan is able to get the video going, we're really excited. We've been working on this for a little while, for quite a while actually, and so to have you all here tonight is really, really exciting for me, and I want to just thank you for that. But we've been working on a video that we're going to show you here in a second, and walk you through the page and really give you an experience of what Kickstarter is and how you can check out. And then once that's done, we have iPads and laptops and people in orange t-shirts, and all of the team and the gentlemen in the orange bow ties can walk you through how to check out and look at all the levels. So we already have 5 backers. That's really exciting. Yeah. All right. So let's play the video. And we're going to get
Introducing JikoPower, a rugged, durable device that uses excess heat from stoves and fire to generate mode electricity. It's designed to survive your greatest adventure and build to life. JikoPower will play a crucial role in your family's emergency survival kit. Our product can charge a variety of small electronics, keeping your family connected, informed, and never without light. JikoPower makes a great backcountry camping companion. Power the accessories that improve your camping experience. And charge the devices that keep you out of harm's way. We've traveled to rugged areas of the world to test the JikoSpark. From India to Kenya, we've powered devices across the globe. Over 20% of the world lacks access to electricity. In Kenya, 80% of the population have cell phones, but only 20% have means to charge them. The JikoSpark allows people without power to charge their phones, work at night, and support themselves by selling electricity to their neighbors. The earliest JikoSpark users paid for their device in just 1 to 3 months. We've deployed 100 prototypes, and with your help, we plan to bring accessible power to everyone who needs it.
Alright, now let me just walk you through how this page works. So you just watched the video, you've gone on to JikoPower, you've gone on to the Kickstarter and you search for JikoPower, and this comes up. And you get to see, here's our prototype gallery where you can look at all of the different prototypes along the way, and a video of Paul showing you how to use it if you didn't get to see it done outside. And then down here we have things that it can be used for. It can charge your cell phone, it can charge your power bank, it can charge your speakers, and lights, LED lights. And then we have a little explanation about how it works, what it's great for, and that's my little sister in front of the campfire, actually. And then disaster preparedness, which Ryan talked about, some camping, and emerging markets, and then some little facts about how 80% of people in Kenya have a cell phone, but only 20% have access to electricity, and that people spend 1/4 of their income on kerosene, and a kerosene lamp is as damaging to lungs as 40 cigarettes a day. When we were in that woman in Maasai's village's home, Ryan and I could barely breathe. The smoke was so dense, and she had a baby right in there. And so there are these children that are growing up their whole lives inhaling 40 cigarettes every single day. So how the spark helps? Economic growth, the environment, health, education. I would encourage you to read this later. I don't want to bore you, but it's incredible the things that we can do with just a little bit of electricity. It's so exciting for me to be part of this. And then we have a little bit about our pilot and where we went and who we met. This wonderful young woman who actually was one of the women that received one of the Spark prototypes. And she's able to attract more customers because the Spark, she brings it to the market, the Spark, and while they're talking about what the Spark is, she's able to sell them more maize and in the process, or charge their cell phones and make a little bit of extra profit that way. Here's some news we've been in recently. I need to update that. We're in more than that now. Some lovely sketches. And there's our Spark, the evolution, our specs, you know, that it's long lasting, it weighs only 1.5 pounds, all that jazz. So now let's get to the levels and how you can make a difference tonight. So we have a Make a Pledge Without Our Award, so any amount that you want to pledge towards bringing this project to life. We're investing in tooling and manufacturing, and then we're able to fill all of these orders to all of you. So we really hope to blow this 50K out of the water and be able to achieve all of our dreams and eventually be able to hit the developing world market and be able to give these to the people that really desperately need them every day. And hopefully be able to donate some to hurricane victims and such. So at a pledge of $35 or more, you get the early bird swag bag, which includes a JikoPower t-shirt, a power bank, and an LED light. I actually used the power bank and LED light when my power went out in Northgate earlier this week, which was super cool. Clicks on and off, really cool. But don't tell the people I work with that I used work stuff at home. A pledge of $115 or more will get you the Spark Starter Kit, which includes the JikoPower Spark, one power bank, and one LED light. This can also be donated, so buy one for yourself or donate one. And you'll pick in the survey at the end of the Kickstarter. Once we're funded, you'll get a survey, and you can fill in all that stuff, including your address and all that. A pledge of $145 or more gets you a camping kit, which includes the JikoPower Spark, 2 power banks, and 2 LED lights, which is pretty cool. A pledge of $175 or more includes the JikoPower Spark, 3 power banks, 2 LED lights, 6 sterno lamps, and a radio. So there you go. A pledge of $250 or more, get one, give one. Buy one Spark Starter Kit for you and donate one to a woman in Kenya or an organization of your choice. You can choose that in the survey as well. It can be an NGO, it can be a church, it can be whatever organization you want, and we'll send it to them. Pledge of $750 or more gets you 1 disaster kit, so that big kit, and you get to donate 5 starter kits. And you can do that to, again, a women's group in Kenya, an organization of your choice, and you pick in the survey. $1,000 or more is Power a Village, and you get to donate 10 Spark starter packs for a village in Kenya, a nonprofit, a church organization, or another group. And this is really great for a mission trip. This is really great for NGOs, for disaster relief, stuff like that. And then, the final level, you get to come to Kenya or Uganda with us. So, African Adventure. Join the JikoPower team on a 10-day adventure as they travel across Kenya, personally donate 5 sparks along the way, and witness the impact they have. So, without further ado, I'm going to pass this off to Saul Spady, who is helping us a little bit with the campaign. At the same time, all of our iPad people will be getting ready, and they can go to one of them, and they can walk you through how to check out. You just hit the Back This Project button, and you go from there, unfortunately, and then you pick your award. And it's pretty self-explanatory from there, but they can definitely help you through that, and you can also email us if you have any problems with that at any point in time. Yeah.
So this is the moment where it kind of all depends on all of you. And one, I want to give a round of applause. I've been working with the JikoPower team for about 8 months. What they've done is unbelievable. They define what I think is so special about Western Washington and our region, which is that not only are we looking and inventing, but we're also looking outward and trying to see how we can change the world for the better. And so that's why all of you in here are so important, because we do this together as a community. We change the world as a community. And so what you need to do, if you are willing, you gotta back them. I've already backed, and I get to say I'm the first backer for JikoPower, and I'd be really bummed if I don't get my device. So I'm looking at all of you. Let's get this started. But if you aren't, in the space where you can get one of these devices or give one of these devices, I have a challenge for everyone in this room. And I know we all have them because everybody in Kenya has them. So pull out your smartphone, please, if you don't mind. And if you have Facebook on top of that, and I know the data, so probably about 80% of you probably have Facebook on your smartphone, pull it out and go to JikoPower Inc. Because we have to share this to reach more people. It can't just happen with us in the room, even though we're going to get it started. Go to JikoPower Inc. And what you'll see there is that video